This is exactly right.
This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess.
At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards, now streaming on Hulu.
Goodbye.
If you're thinking about your bra all day, you're probably wearing the wrong bra.
If you're ready for a bra that's designed to support you, not distract you, there's Honeylove.
Honeylove is an independent, female-founded brand with products designed by women who actually wear them. Treat yourself to the most advanced bras and shapewear on the market.
Use our exclusive link to save 20% off Honeylove at honeylove.com/MFM.
That's honeylove.com/MFM.
After you check out, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you.
Experience the new standard in comfort and support with Honeylove.
Goodbye.
Hey everybody, here's the thing about other home security systems. They're all designed for after the window breaks, after someone's inside, after you get the notification, after the police come. SimpliSafe is the first system designed for before, stopping a break-in before it even begins.
That's right. Unlike traditional security systems that only alert you after a break-in is already underway, SimpliSafe is designed to help prevent the crime before it starts. Their cameras can detect suspicious activity at the perimeter and alert live U.S.-based agents. Then SimpliSafe's agents assess the threat, intervene, speak through the camera to scare off the intruders, and call for 911 dispatch.
That's right, and SimpliSafe has been protecting your world for 20 years, everybody. So celebrate their anniversary and save 60% on your new SimpliSafe system at simplisafe.com/stuff. That's 60% off, you guys, at simplisafe.com/stuff. Plus, when you order, write in our show name and the How Did You Hear About Us survey to let them know that we sent you. Don't forget, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Hello
And welcome
to Rewind with Karen and Georgia.
This is our Not So New Anymore Wednesday episode where we rewind to our earliest episodes and contemplate everything that has changed since 2016.
That's right. And today we're visiting episode 14 from Thursday, April 28th, 2016. And it's called You Sexy Motherfourteen.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
And also, we finally hit our stride with actually consistently releasing on Thursdays.
It's like we were learning the trade of podcasting.
You know, it's like how TV shows, they show up on that one day and then people know to be there for them.
Yeah, it's the simple mathematics of podcasting.
Yeah, well, we finally caught on.
We did. And look at us now.
Look.
So, okay, it's time for you to get your tennis instructor, your favorite member of your book club, and your favorite Libra to listen along, because now we can all be day one listeners.
And as day one listeners, let's listen to the very beginning of episode 14.
Okay, we're recording.
Okay, good. Because we should do a podcast.
I mean, we've had like an hour of deep conversation before this podcast even started.
Yeah, we had to really connect and we put some stuff on the table. It was important.
Air some dirty laundry. Air some.
I think every episode I'm going to terribly sing a bad song. That'll be my new thing. Do you mind?
No, because every episode you sing a good song. My notebook is so far away. I'm trying to reach my notebook.
Georgia just stood up and it looked like she was starting to do stand-up comedy. We were both laying on the couch and then she jumped up and like took a pose.
I was like, can I make it to this dresser and get my notebook? Oops, without. And then, yeah, it looked like stand-up comedy.
Oh,
do you ever get it?
Because those are your notes from your watching your show with the famous lawyers.
Hey, let's get right into it.
Okay. I was trying to do a long introduction, but now I can't remember their names.
By the way, this is my favorite murder.
Oh, hi. Yes. Hi, guys.
With Karen and Georgia.
Welcome to episode 14.
That's Karen. I'm Georgia.
Yeah.
Do you want to give a shout out real quick before you even start to the name of that? Because we have we started naming the episodes weird things, and now we're just like on it.
Now we're just trying to make each other laugh. And when we think of it, it's just basically a pun contest.
The teens are hard.
The teens are pretty tough. And last week, 13 Going on Murdy is the episode title that my friend Owen Ellickson DM'd me on Twitter and basically just said, it was right after the number 12 dropped. He just DM'd and it said, next week should be 13 Going on Murdy.
And
That's
you
all he
texted me
said.
that and I was like, yep.
There's no way it's not going to be.
Can we have a contest for like, so we don't have to think of them anymore? Like people writing us.
Sure. If you
Like
want
14.
to.
What is 14?
What if we just open this whole podcast up and have other people do it?
What if all
Every
of it
week.
it's all it's what are they called?
Moderated?
It's all moderated by other people.
It's moderated, produced, and talked through, researched, and then performed by.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
But it's by Carrie and Georgia.
Yeah, we'll still own it. We'll own the copyright.
Speaking of, I just bought the rights to Michael Ramsted's adorable drawing
Oh, yes.
of My Favorite Murder. The one, if you see the drawing of the two of us lying, it's a cute little cartoony drawing of us lying prone with like murder weapons around us.
That's the one on the Facebook page.
Yeah, Michael Ramsted, who's like this fucking incredible artist, drew it just for fun because he's a nice guy.
Thanks, Michael Ramsted.
And I was like, hey, can I buy that from you so we can make t-shirts? So in the next few weeks, hopefully.
Oh, yeah, because we've got some spec T-shirts, right?
Yeah, there's already a mock-up of the t-shirts. It's like, it's happening.
You guys, you can have a T-shirt.
Pretty soon.
We'll all wear T-shirts around town.
Yeah, and if we see you, we'll murder you.
Yep. That's how we'll know to murder each other. That'd be amazing.
What if that was the thing? Like, what
This
was
whole thing turns into a crazy cult where everyone just murders each other.
What's that cosplay thing where you like, there's people, like, if you're wearing a certain thing, you have to like tag that person, but it's pretend murder and then you're out of the game. Have you heard of that?
Is it Dungeons and Dragons?
No, it's close.
Is
though.
it LARPing?
Yes!
Is it really?
Live action role playing! It's LARPing! How did you know that?
Is it the Renaissance Fair? I love nerds. I research their shit all the time. I want to know what they do on the weekends.
LARPing. What a grand idea. Live action role playing. Do you know that's so cool?
Yeah. Well, we're nerds too, and you did something on the weekend.
We're murder nerds.
Murder nerds.
I did do something. I went to see Strang and Buting.
The ticket of the weekend. Everyone was talking about this show.
Did I say that right?
I think so.
Okay, so they were the defense attorneys for Stephen Avery from Netflix Making a Murderer, who, of course, if you saw it, you fell in love with them and are obsessed with them, as I am.
They're good men trying to do good in an unjust world.
Yeah. Defense attorneys as a whole, I think, are good people.
I hope so.
You know?
I mean, I wouldn't want to park next to them in a Trader Joe's parking lot in
Right.
general.
Right.
But that's an LA lawyer thing.
I like that they're defending his right to a fair trial. They're not being like, he's innocent. They're like, you're doing these things wrong.
You're doing everything wrong,
Yeah.
state of Wisconsin.
Like what I took away from this, and I was like, this might be stupid. I'm so sick of Making a Murderer. Like I have read about it to death, like other theories and shit. I was up on the show, like hardcore. Like,
Yes.
I was like, I don't want to fucking hear audience questions about the cat getting burned for fucking 2 hours, you
Right.
know, in an uncomfortable chair. I spilled half a glass of wine on myself, like right when I walked in.
Oh, good.
Because that's what I
Red
do.
or white.
Oh, red, of course.
Perfect.
Why would I spill white wine on myself?
And you were wearing your white lace blouse.
yeah, it was, and I started screaming. Like I was Carrie. It was great.
So you were trying to make it as difficult as possible from the outset.
Yep.
And then what happened?
It was excellent. If you have a chance to see it, everyone go. Like it was if you're interested in true crime and law, fascinating. A couple of things I wrote down. Guess how many? Okay, so witnesses who are exonerated because of they were wrongfully convicted. Guess what? Out of 10, how many are overturned because of witness misidentification? So how many out of 10? I almost just said the number.
It's 11 out of 10. Well, 8? Is it some crazy high number?
It's 7, which is still a lot. I shouldn't ask
Shit.
people that because it's like it's like if it's higher, then I'm like, oh, well.
Sorry. I always ruin our games like this by overshooting. And then it's kind of like, well, it is still pretty high, though.
Yeah,
it
but
is 7.
not
Yeah,
that
it is
high.
crazy high.
So 7 out of 10 overturned convictions are because of witness misidentification.
Yeah, they say eyewitness identification is one of the least reliable forms of, what do you call it?
Of testimony?
Sure, or
I feel like by the
clues. What's the word I'm looking for?
evidence.
That's right.
There we go.
Ding, ding, ding.
We have a true crime podcast.
We should know these nouns.
I feel like by 2050, they're going to be like, how fucking antiquated was like 2010 and before that they fucking were relying on witness testimony.
Yes, for sure. Well, because at that point, there will be so much CCTV cameras in every corner of our lives.
That is a fair point.
That's probably what it'll be.
How do you feel about CCTV?
I like it.
I do too.
I don't. It's fine. I mean, I understand why people have a problem with it. But the idea that you think, and maybe there'll be a dystopian future where we live in some terrible government state where they watch everything you do and it's all, 1984. But for right now, that's how you fucking find the guy that walks up and hits someone on the back of the head and puts them in their car before anyone knows what happens.
I feel like if you're a true crime fan, you agree with that. And I feel like if the laws are fair in general, then CCTV is okay. You know what I mean? If laws are like, you can't smoke cigarettes and they're arresting people who are smoking cigarettes on CCTV,
yeah, that's bullshit.
Once the laws get a little fucking crazier, then, which is like, you can't really tell. So,
yeah. But I just, for now, anytime I watch a British procedural, I'm always like, well, they're going to get this on CCTV. Yeah. There's no problem. Yeah. It's such a comfort to me in my old age.
The fact that they rely on like bank cameras, like that when you see those that are like the bank camera caught the street for 1 second and saw this car drive by, and that's how they knew this person wasn't where they said they were.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to rely on that, and that's going to be admissible,
throw a camera up there.
Fucking listen, I want to be safe.
Are people, is it just not wanting to be monitored and not wanting to introduce the concept of a police state like that?
Yeah, but like,
it's already happening.
I think keeping citizens, and it's almost like, I feel like people will do less horrible things outside if they know they're being watched. I know that's so naive. I think everyone in this whole conversation, whether they're for or against it, is being naive. Because if they don't think the government is already fucking following every single thing they say, they're stupid.
Right.
But if we think it's going to be okay that closed captioning,
it's not
brought to you by.
I don't want deaf people to know what anyone is saying on parenthood.
Speaking of, have you watched the new season of Happy Valley?
Yes, I have.
I had to put closed captioning on because it's so
when the sister talks, you don't know what she's saying.
It's a British procedural drama you guys should watch. It's fucking great.
It's so good. I think people have talked about it on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
But yeah, because
I'm not done with the season yet, so don't tell me.
It's great. I won't tell you anything. But it is Northern England, I believe.
My Lord, what are they fucking saying?
It's the craziest accent. And there's a lot of talk like this. It's that kind of, it's borderline Geordie, I think.
What's that?
It's a part Welsh or something like that. It's a crazy British accent.
Let me see if there's something else from that. I wrote a couple notes, but I hadn't read wine by then. 1 out of 5. So 7 out of 10 of the overturned convictions are from witness misidentification. 1 out of 5 overturned convictions come from jailhouse informants, which is like, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
If you're giving someone a fucking lenient, what's it called?
A sentencing?
Lenient sentence because they're informing on someone. But you know what I do love is I love when they like plant a cop as a prisoner.
Yes.
And get that shit out.
Yeah. So then there's nobody benefiting that could possibly be lying.
Right.
It's a lock.
Right. And if you're stupid enough to tell your cellmate, which like so many people are stupid enough to tell their cellmate.
Well, they can't help it if they're that certain personality, the psychopath and the narcissist and all that. That's what I find so fascinating is that it really is not every single killer is like that, but there is that
there's a certain kind
pattern.
especially like murders that make no sense, like murders that aren't domestic abuse, that aren't like personal. These people are fucking crazy.
They're
like
crazy.
when it's not out of quote passion, which I hate saying that word because killing your fucking spouse isn't passion.
No.
It's just pure evil.
It should be called hysteria. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
That is accurate. It's a man going hysterical.
I read a thing recently. There's a chopper. Do you ever think that when there's a helicopter over your house that it's like there's a loose criminal and they're going to parkour?
Oh, that's why I moved out of Silver Lake, because there was helicopters in my, like, this searchlight in my backyard every night. I was like, I can't handle it. It's dumb.
Crimes of passion and crimes of love. Like, you can't call it that. In the same way that someone I read recently that was like, don't call it unconsensual sex, because sex is sex,
right?
And rape is rape. And
use the word rape,
right?
They so often use
sex.
Yeah, they use euphemisms, like journalistically.
Yeah.
When it's like, when they're like, oh, they assaulted a child. You raped a child.
Yeah.
Say the words together so that people understand what happened.
Right. Molesting is like such a vague term.
Yeah.
I remember there was that documentary about that one priest who was like just sent from fucking church to church.
Oh, that documentary is one of them. I think about it all the
Me
time.
too.
I wish I'd never watched it.
Well, there's one kid in it who's like you can tell he's like became a drug addict, was so fucked up off it. And he says, that guy didn't molest me. He fucked me. Like, he says that. And it's like, yes.
That's right.
That's exactly, like, people don't talk about that. I'm so sorry for listeners who are listening with their children.
They're not. Well, there was one woman who said she was recommending it to her children, but I was assuming it was because they were all adults.
Right. One would hope.
One would fucking hope. Yeah, no, it's all of that. I feel like there's just waves of change because so many people have voices these days. People get to talk about this enough so that it does affect change. But yeah, there's nothing that makes me angrier than it was like accused of a sexual assault of a minor, or it's like, why are you rewording child rape?
Yeah.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
They did it. They need to get called what they did. Have you seen any of that news about Dennis Hastert going to trial? He's that Republican, I think he was the Speaker of the House, and he's been molesting boys and raping boys. I just did it myself for years. Well, he was a wrestling coach in Illinois. It's just the craziest story, but he was one of the lead people that tried to get Clinton impeached when he had that affair.
Dude.
And meanwhile, fully raping boys.
Somewhere in his head that makes sense to him. It has to. Otherwise, how do you live your life? Like, I feel like if you and I killed someone, we would be, if you and I stole something from a grocery store, we would be like so whatever, steal shit, I don't care. But like, you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
if I like,
well, we have consciences. These are people who like are sociopathic, or they just want what they want so that they rationalize everything that they do. That's the bullshit that these guys these old guys that have been in power for so long, they're used to it. And you see these other Republicans defending him by saying, there's one that said, I think it was Tom DeLay. Is that who it is? I don't know anything about politics, but he said, we all have personality flaws.
Oh, that is not a personality flaw.
It is not. It is not. It's
there's no excuse. I think it's become so normal in our culture that like there are molesters out there, and there are.
Yeah, but I feel like that more and more there's like, it just makes me think, now we're going off on the craziest tangent, but it makes me think of like the Franklin Credit Union scandal, where for so long the people that tried to report that, they were like, you're out of your mind. Yeah. You're talking about government officials. Well, now these government officials, it's in the light of day. All of these rich white old men who have been telling everybody how to live and what their value is for years and years are fucking monsters of the highest order. It's crazy. It's
the people who are underrepresented and fucking striving just to make their families have a good life. You know what they say that are the good people is what I mean. Sometimes they're not. Anyways, They say that, like, if you want to get into politics, there's a part of you that's a narcissist to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, you can't want to get into politics without having a little bit of fucking narcissism.
Sure.
Which makes sense to me. Like, I don't want to lead a bunch of fucking people.
And be a professional bullshitter and be on the take.
And basically just lie to people so you can get to where you want to get.
Yeah.
Into a place of power. Like, who wants to be in a place of power?
Well, and also what that power means, which it seems like the more we learn about it, it means that you go off to like Bohemian Grove and sacrifice a 6-year-old to a big wooden owl and shit, where you're just like, sorry, what?
That's a rough episode. If you guys want to hear more about this, what we're talking about, listen to the last podcast and the last episode.
Bohemian Grove.
And then what was the
and the Franklin Credit Union, the way those guys did that and researched it is amazing. It's like episode. A 2 or 3 parter.
There's some shit that's hard to listen to. Like, they get into the shit.
They get into it, and there's a couple, because they also have one that's like Satanism in the government, because they did a whole run about like all the satanic panic in the 80s and all that shit, and how these things that were once considered conspiracies are actually proving to be 100% true.
Well, it just sounds so ridiculous and obvious. It sounds like we're Jello Biafra being like, no, the government is bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, the government is Jerry Brown. You know, it's like, how was that?
It was like dead on.
1% of our listeners were like, yes.
She nailed that.
The other ones don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
So good. Wait, anything else from it was at the Ace Hotel, you say?
Yeah. It was
right there.
Well, it wasn't. They have this like up. Where are you pointing? Oh, they have this like gorgeous theater at the Ace Hotel that they like they stole. It was like a gorgeous theater to begin with, and Ace Hotel was like, this is what I wrote, because I love my little like crazy notes. False evidence, the most dangerous tool the cops use, said Strang.
Yes.
False evidence is the most dangerous. These dudes were like...
Is he the smaller one? Dean Strang?
Strang is a smaller one. The other one looks like the eagle from the Muppets.
Yes, Sam the Eagle.
Doesn't he?
And Dean Strang is like this sensitive poetry teacher that's just trying to catch a break and can't believe.
He's like, I'm just trying to teach you kids about poetry and you won't listen.
Yep.
And like, I mean, these guys can't make a ton of money, and I mean, they're just justice fight. Like, they're so admirable that they are, you know, like the things they were saying about how they used to not allow, like even recordings, voice recordings in a fucking interrogation.
Oh wow!
Which is like, it's common fucking sense that you would, if you were a cop, you would want this to be recorded, at least audio, if not video. My cat is just smelling everything about you right now.
I love it.
Because you're not doing anything wrong. And so you should, it's the same thing with the fucking closed captioning.
Yes, that's right. But I mean, I was going to say, you know, it immediately made me think of like LA Confidential, where it's like, you can't record it if you're not doing it on the books. And if cops are, you know, there's always that mentality of by any means necessary, you got to get this perp, but that leaves out, you could be wrong. And that's the problem that people, I think, that get into power like that, they lose the ability to question their own judgment.
Right.
They lose the ability to be wrong.
Right. They're just like after what they think is quote unquote the truth.
And it has to be their truth because they have to win.
Well, that's false confessions. And they talked about Brendan Dassey, the nephew in Making a Murderer, who got, you know, who quote confessed, and like half of his testimony isn't video, you know, half of the shit that happened between them, and there's no parent there and there's no lawyer there. That shit should have all been stricken from the record. Like, that should not have been entered into anyone's, what is the word?
Entered into
evidence?
Evidence? Did we miss the word evidence twice in the True Crime podcast?
Wow.
Guys, episode 14 is a real roller coaster.
14 we don't got it.
14, the bell tolls. Nope.
Dude,
Stop it. Don't do that.
Yes.
Do not condescend to me.
14, the bell tolls.
No.
Okay, write on our Facebook page or tweet at us what number 15 should be, please.
Yeah.
Please.
But know that. But you're now in the realm of comedy writing, and so you might get your feelings hurt. Just know
we
that.
will insult. We're gonna read the worst ones and go with the best one.
And we're gonna name first, last, and middle names. Oh, it's gonna be a bloodbath.
We will not do any of that, you guys.
Can you imagine? We just turn. We never even make it to episode 20 because we turn on everyone
What if
and
we just become
ourselves.
huge bitches?
What if we turn this podcast into a podcast called What If? And we just keep, it's just a shit ton of conjecture for an hour and 10 minutes.
Like, what if? But we had to say it like that. Like, what if?
No, what if?
Like, no. You don't even know.
You don't, what if? Just keep going higher.
Yeah. Let's do that.
All right, did we do all of our house cleaning? Do we have any corrections?
I feel like
For our corrections department.
like a murder enema. Like, I just feel good right now. I got a true crime enema.
That's good.
I know.
That'll clean you right out.
I mean, not just whoosh, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So we mentioned that I bought the rights to Michael Ramstad's cartoon drawing of us, which sounds so official and so like grown up. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like me. I think I was just like, can we use this? Here's some money. Sign this.
Yeah, that is very grown up of you.
I know. I don't know. I guess I was a merch fucking madman already.
Had you done merch before?
No. Did I? I don't know, but Vince was not really into it also.
Oh,
like
yeah,
Vince
yeah.
did shit like that all the time.
Right.
So I think I kind of understood.
He's like, hey,
Yeah.
you gotta pay some money, you gotta buy the rights, then you can
Yeah.
use this image.
Exactly. So I think, I was excited for that. So I think we should put that out, right?
Oh, absolutely. Because that is a very cute picture. And if you saw us live and got to be in the VIP, it was our step and repeat kind of background for a little while.
Yeah. We
Very
love
cute.
that image. It's adorable. Let's put it on some shirts. And we haven't sold that in a long time.
And thank you again, Michael Ramstad, for being there with us in the early days.
Yeah. You could find him on Instagram, Michael Ramstad. Great dude. Sold me rights.
I mean, did a full rights deal.
Appreciate you.
Oh my God, us talking about loving CCTV. I mean,
Yeah.
sorry, it's true.
I know. I mean, I don't want to like it because it's so invasive and it's so like anti, basic privacy. I don't know. What am I trying to say?
Sure. Yeah. It seems weird to be loving it
Yeah.
as we do in this episode. The only thing is, when you look around, it's like, if people care so much about privacy, then we got some serious fucking problems. Because
Right.
I was talking to my niece Sophie this weekend about Colin Farrell.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first TikTok that came on when I looked at TikTok later. It's like we carry around
Yeah.
CCTV in our pockets.
That's true.
In a way.
That's true. And if they help solve crimes and all that kind of thing, like, okay. I mean, plus like Ring cameras now and like doorbells, you can fucking see everything.
It's all out there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Does it stop people from committing crimes? Maybe.
Maybe. It would be interesting to know.
Yeah.
But to be full-throatedly like, hooray for it,
Yeah.
we're just like, clearly no one is listening to
Right.
us. Clearly.
Right. We didn't know. Okay. So the theme this week is 90s murders because we did 80s last week. So let's get right into it and listen to Karen's story about serial killer Joseph Naso. This is a graphic one, so prepare yourself accordingly. Here we go.
The Hulu original series Furious is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. From Liz Merriweather, the Emmy-nominated executive producer of Dying for Sex and The Dropout, comes a gripping psychological thriller.
Starring Emmy Rossum, Furious follows Alice Black, a rookie FBI agent on the hunt for Catherine, a mysterious and calculating female serial killer.
It's Alice's first case on the job, and she's already bitten off more than she can chew.
While Alice believes justice is achieved through law enforcement, Catherine has lost all faith in the legal system.
She's taken it upon herself to terrorize the rich and powerful men of New York in her pursuit of vengeance.
As Alice and Catherine's twisted game of cat and mouse unfolds, the lines between good and evil and right and wrong begin to blur.
With shocking crimes, tangled relationships, and secrets that change everything, Alice discovers there's a thin line between hunter and prey.
Watch the Hulu original series, Furious.
Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Goodbye.
Buying clothes is easy. That's why everyone's always doing it.
But finding clothes you actually want to wear is the hard part.
Get all your favorite elevated essentials at Quince.
Quince specializes in effortless, high-quality essentials like ultra-soft organic cotton and premium Mongolian cashmere sweaters. They're beautifully tailored and built to last. And it's not just apparel. Quince also brings that same everyday elevation to everything they offer, from hotel-quality bedding and bath to kitchen staples, essentials, and thoughtfully designed furniture.
They work directly with ethical factories, so you're paying for quality, not brand markup.
It's so true that they have wonderful items that aren't just clothes. I have like 3 of their 100% mulberry silk pillowcases. I've bought throws from there. I've bought bedding from there. And it is just as great quality as their clothes and super affordable.
Upgrade your everyday.
Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/MFM. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns.
Now available in Canada and the UK too.
QUINCE.com/MFM.
Goodbye.
Summer's for adventures, road trips, and adding a whole lot of miles to your car.
That's why it's worth stopping at Valvoline Instant Oil Change first.
If you need an oil change, make the smart stop at Valvoline Instant Oil Change before you hit the highway.
Their trained techs can help you get road trip ready with an oil change and an 18-point maintenance check included with every oil change, checking your tire pressure, wipers, lights, and more.
That means they're checking important things before you're halfway to your aunt's house with no cell service.
And these aren't just any techs. Valvoline Instant Oil Change techs complete over 270 hours of training, so your car's in capable hands.
The best part, you can stay in your car and you're in and out in about 15 minutes.
So before your next long summer ride, pull into Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Change wisely.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Do you want me to go first this year?
This year. So this theme is, so last week we did 1980s murders, which was like easy for both of us, I feel like.
Yeah.
And then we were like, we're going to do 1990s murders. And then I feel like both of us today were like, I can't find a 90s murder.
I can't. I was like, I can't find one. I don't have the will to live. What did I do to my eyebrow? I have a lot of eyebrow problems this weekend. I can't. I did something to my right eyebrow. I mean, it's not filled in right now, so you can see it. I just did some bottom plucking. You know how sensitive I am about eyebrows.
It's got an arch. It's got a nice arch.
This over here is okay.
It looks like you're being like inquisitive
all the time. I constantly want to know something that I won't
tried to furrow
ask.
my brow today to be like, oh, I understand to someone. And they're like, are you mad at me? Because I have Botox. So I can't furrow my brow correctly. And I was like, maybe I need to lay off the Botox.
Are you mad at me?
I was like, no. This is concern. You just can't tell because I have fucking, what are they called? I have just like chemicals.
Botulism in your muscles?
Botulism in my forehead.
You know what,
But
LA?
I look 25.
And you do. Girl, you're wrinkle free.
Because I can't live another day with wrinkles. No, I don't care.
Well, you're on that TV, I tell you. There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than seeing how your face does on
HG? What is it called?
HD.
HGTV? Oh, man. Take a look at your face on HGTV.
Tiny house hunters wrinkles? The worst kind.
You want to go first or me to go first?
I'll totally go first.
Please go first.
First of all, somebody tweeted this on the Twitter page at MyFaveMurder. If you'd love to join us over there. I think I got locked out somehow on my phone and I can't figure out how to get back.
You keep doing that.
I do it and then I don't try to fix it. That's my thing.
You try twice and you're like, fuck this.
I'm like, nah, you know what? Fuck it. But somebody did tweet this and it made me realize, because someone said something about Murderpedia. I think they were just mentioning it, but they could have been saying, I'm onto you how you use that in all your research, which I don't think they were, but they could have been, because I absolutely do. And Murderpedia, just as a recommendation, if you ever want to know about a killer, it's this amazing website where they have compiled tons of articles in one spot. So you can read like local newspaper articles about the person that you are researching. And
there are
cool.
links to every article. Can you tell I'm furrowing my brow in anger right now? You cannot.
I can't. But I also don't have my glasses on.
Oh, good.
And I'm wearing a French sleeve t-shirt, so I'm slightly uncomfortable because I have an intense farmer's tan. There's so much going on in this apartment We should get someone to paint it.
Allie says this apartment is like a YouTube channel, and so it's really hard to pay attention to anything in here because there's just like cats and like cute vintage things.
It's
and, like,
so true. It's kind of aqua.
it's very aqua. It's like if you had a seizure-ish. Well, you do. Oh shit.
No, it's fine.
If you were Karen.
I haven't in years. And I wouldn't in here. It's pleasing.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
So anyway, I get all my research off Murderpedia. Probably should have said that. Probably should cite research, but whatever.
We
We're
say
doing our
Reddit
best.
a lot.
Credit here, credit there. So here's what I looked up. I literally looked up MySpace murder just to see if there ever was one. And there was, but it didn't happen in the 90s. Somebody actually committed a MySpace murder in 2003, where I was like, you're a day late and a dollar short. Mr. MySpace, hanging on to MySpace way longer than necessary. I also, because somebody suggested on the Facebook page, very lightly looked into the Swedish black metal murders of Norway. Sorry, somewhere in Sweden. And I thought, that'd be kind of funny and interesting and whatever.
Yeah.
It's so dark.
Yeah.
It's just a culture of people who are all trying to out,
Right.
like, crazy each other.
Like, we don't want to support those people.
Here's the one thing I will say about it that I do support. Part of the reason they started burning churches, because they have some amazing, really, really old churches, but they were burning them because they had a kind of like really oppressive Christian culture in those countries that really fucked up a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so that I support, But
did they think it through in that way? And like, this is what the message we're sending. No, it was probably just a bunch of fucking 20-year-olds.
It's hard to say because the stories I read around, like there was church arson, but then it went into like stories that I don't even want to repeat because they're just, it's just dark for darkness sake. Yeah. And then they like record it or they record, it's crazy shit that it's just like, I don't enjoy any of that because it's like.
We want the intricacies of fucked up things that have happened in the past. We don't really want to like highlight people doing things to get attention.
That's a real fuck you dad feel to all of their crimes. So I was like,
Yeah. We did that to ourselves. We don't need to fucking talk about it with other people.
Exactly. Also, there's like tons of really good books about it and you can go down into that. But that's also the part of it. I'm not interested in the gore.
Yeah.
I like the story. I like learning about the psychology. The gore is just, whatever. I like acoustic folk rock music.
Murders.
And I'm
I like when someone from Beechwood Sparks murdered someone.
Have you ever heard of the Austin City Limits murders? They're insane. All right. So here's what I landed on.
Okay.
And this, I think this guy has it all because I was trying to look for something that would spark a memory where I'd be like, oh, I do remember that and I liked it. So I was looking at San Francisco murderers or San Francisco serial killers. Oh, well, of course the Zodiac is all over that shit and you can't get past it. Night Stalker a little bit too. Richard Ramirez was up there for a while. But then I stumbled upon a killer named Joseph Naso. And so this story has a little of all the things that we like, and it pulls in a murder we've already talked about that he might be responsible for.
Oh, shit.
There's a lot going on. But here's what happened. When this guy was 76 years old, his parole or probation officers did a random visit at his house in Reno. And because he was like, it was some weapons violation or whatever. And so they got to search the whole house because he had weapons and ammo. And they found hundreds, if not thousands, of photographs of nude women who were posed in very unnatural positions, who appeared dead or unconscious, with mannequin parts and lingerie strewn about in every picture. So the cops find this stash and then they're like, holy shit, we got to really search this house. And they end up finding newspaper clippings, the identification of women, identification that he shouldn't have. Clearly it's starting to look like serial killer, what do we call them?
Evidence. No? Whenever we forget something.
It's always
serial killer when they get a
Yes.
thing when they
Yeah, that's what is the
prize.
Oh my God, why? Why is this happening?
What is it called when they walk?
Not a token.
Token.
Is it a token?
It's a token. Let's call it a token.
Everyone
when
knows
like,
the
they
word
take
we're
an
looking
earring
for.
or they
Yes,
like take
it's
which
their
is so
little
stupid. That's how you get found out, bro.
Exactly, but also, and he also did it the best way of getting found out. He kept a rape diary.
Absolutely don't do that.
Well, here we're glad he did though, because
Right.
he'd been doing it since the 50s.
Holy shit.
And he had these, it was every little interaction he would have with a woman, he would write down and it leading up into these rapes and his bizarre and strangely casual phrasing of like, picked up a hot redhead. She really fought me. A lot of that kind of shit.
Oh,
yeah. So they go through the years, they're going through, then they stumble on this list of 10 women, names and locations. And they start to put together these names and descriptions of these women and locations are starting to match up to missing women in these same towns.
Can I say that's my dream? Like I'm in the wrong. That's my dream job.
Is what? Matching that shit
is
up?
being a detective to find those things.
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong fucking profession. Go on.
You mean eating dessert on TV isn't giving you the same feeling?
Shockingly, I don't feel fulfilled and that I'm contributing to society.
What if you were a detective, but you had to get even more Botox? For some reason, you felt the pressure in your...
Because I was giving too much away to what are they called? To criminals when I'm like in the room with them and I'm like, no way. Like, no, you have to get Botox. So you stop.
Fill your whole face.
Yeah. Stop furrowing your brow.
Seize up all your muscles.
Criminals.
So basically, they start lining these things up. This guy has been raping and murdering and dumping women's bodies since the 70s.
So they were like, these are real.
These are real. And they basically end up, whatever the, within the same country version of extraditing is, they move him, they take him from Nevada into California because some of these murders happened, around San Francisco, basically. And what they come to find out is that, he referred to his that rape journal as his dream diary, detailing his fantasies. And he said that he used the word rape loosely, quote, like how guys talk. So what they start to realize is he's lived in close proximity, like in the same city as where these women have all been taken from and dumped. He is wherever it's happening. He's lived in the same place.
I love when they make those connections. It's like a puzzle piece, and it takes a shit ton of legwork of like interviewing people, and
yeah,
it's fascinating.
It's so, and it must be so fucking satisfying. Yeah. So it turns out, the other thing that's detail that's taking place as all of these facts and evidence unfurls is that the women have double initials, same first and last name.
We talked about this.
Initials, which is the same as the alphabet murder. So these are the women that we're talking about here. It's in 80s and 90s, but in the 70s. There were a series of child murders called the alphabet murders in Rochester, New York.
I remember talking about
or
this.
around there. Yeah, you talked about it. So it was little girls between the ages of 10 and 12, and they all had the same first and last initial, which I have too.
Karen!
I would totally have been at risk. So Carmen Colon, age 10, was found in November 18th, 1971 in Riga, New York. Wanda Walkowitz was 11. She was found April 3rd in Webster, New York. And Michelle Manza was 11, and she was found November 28th, 1973 in Macedon, New York.
And did they find that he was living there then?
They found out that he is a New York State native and that he was visiting the area he was visiting relatives in that area at the same time. But they say that the two cases are not connected because in the 70s, these little girls were prepubescent and these other women
Oh, right.
are older and probably prostitutes.
Yeah, he only wanted to murder. He wanted to murder women of a certain age, not. What the fuck?
Yeah, it doesn't.
And it's like when you murder a child, people get more outraged about it. So he stopped doing that because it was like more obvious.
People were all over that shit.
Right. So there's like, well, why don't I can't murder children anymore because it gets too suspicious.
Also, he's old at this point.
Yeah.
So he was arrested when he was 77. These murders happened when he was in his mid to late 50s. So, and also he probably can't get around little kids as much, but you sure can hire a prostitute anytime you want. Like there's a logic problem that I have with it that's so irritating because the other thing was there was DNA found on the last little girl, Wanda.
How is there no DNA on the other ones? That seems impossible.
Well, he is proven to have killed these 4 women that were on his list. And his DNA is on them. But they don't have any DNA on these little girls from the 70s, for the alphabet murders, except for one on Wanda, and his DNA doesn't match what was found on her. Except for my thing is test it again.
Yeah.
Do something, look further into it.
It seems impossible to me that before there was DNA testing, that like every single murder, like before people thought about leaving DNA aside from fingerprints, that there has to be a DNA on every crime scene. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
and it was just handled wrong or wasn't taken or it was lost or it was destroyed or it's too old.
Yeah.
You know, like before we thought about these things.
It's just amazing that was recently, actually.
Yeah.
Like DNA is as new as the OJ trial.
Totally.
It's crazy to think about that.
Totally.
But they did save some things, but it's like, yeah, if her body was found in 1973, then maybe you're going to have some problems with that DNA. But like that, everything else, the cops are saying, yeah, there's those other things are just a coincidence. Well, is it a coincidence that one of his victims in 1978 was also named Carmen Colon?
Are you kidding me?
The same
Are you
exact
Carmen
name
kidding
as the
me?
first victim in the Rochester ones? Same exact name.
I wonder if sometimes psychological profiles that we make, that psychologists and detectives make, are these like, this is what the person is like, this is what they're into, this is what they're after, this is how they are like detrimental because it makes them narrow-sighted.
Yes.
What's the word?
like nearsighted or
Yeah.
farsighted, flawed in their sight,
Right.
problematic
Evidence.
with seeing evidence.
Yeah, because
Totally.
that how could that?
These are so many coincidences. They have now written off 4 coincidences.
Can't write that shit off.
It's crazy. So the bodies of the grown women, which this was only 7 years later. So the last little girl, or less, because the last little girl, Michelle, in Rochester was found in 1973. Well, in 1977, Roxanne Rogash was found in Fairfax, California, which is like 15 minutes away from Petaluma, from where I
Dude,
grew up.
You guys have all the murders.
We have tons of in NorCal, baby. But this girl was only 18.
Yeah, that's not an adult.
And also they were saying they assumed she was a prostitute, but there was no proof of it. Her parents said she was not. And so it's just a weird police theory. This is a perfect link. This is only 5 years later. And this girl is like basically his bridge into older women. Okay. So this girl was, Roxanne was 18. And she was dumped by the side of the road, strangled and nude on January 10th, 1977. Carmen Colon, the second one, the older one in California, was found August 13th, 1978 on the Carquinez Highway. And she was 22. She was 30 miles away from the first victim. So it was clearly he's in that area. Then in 1981, the body of Shirley Patton, who doesn't have the same initials, but she was also 56, and she washed ashore near the Naval Depot in Tiburon. And Naso managed the place she used to live. And he also had a photo of her. And he was considered a prime suspect, but then gave investigators elusive answers and was never charged anytime in the next 30 years.
Duh, bro. Like, to speak in fucking NorCal terms. Duh, bro.
Duh. And then a woman named Pamela Parsons in 1993 was found in Yuba County. She was 38, and she also lived near him. And then a woman named Tracy Tafoya was found dead in 1994 in Yuba County. She was drugged, raped, strangled, and her body was left near a cemetery. So this guy had pictures. He had descriptions of them, like all this shit. It was just like a lock. He represented himself in court. Of course.
Like that means I'm sorry, but that means you're fucking guilty as shit.
It means you're guilty and it means you're crazy. And so, of course, he was convicted of all 4 murders in 2013.
Yeah, dude.
He's in jail. He's, I think he's, what do you call it? Up for the death penalty, but I couldn't find whether or not he's gotten it yet. But that woman, when he was being tried, the woman who he raped, one of the early rapes that was in Berkeley, she was waiting at a bus stop and he picked her up and raped her. And when she went to the police, and she said this in court, which is, I just couldn't get out of my mind. When she went to the police to report it, they said, they told her that they thought she was just trying to make her boyfriend jealous by making up this story.
Can't even.
That's
even.
What we're coming from. That was almost 60 years ago.
Yeah.
And this is where we are now. I mean, like, that's the kind of thing where, like, we're coming from a dead stop of cops not even listening when people are like, repeated rapes in this entire area.
Yeah.
There's a reason people have gotten this old piece of shit has been getting away with murdering women for years and years.
What gets me in every case of serial murders or multiple murders, or, even, I don't want to say that you have to be murdered to be important, like rapists, because that is devastating to your entire life, is the people that are subsequent to the rapists and murderers getting paroled early. The people after this person should have been caught or was caught, that's on the state. Mm-hmm. And that's on the judge, and that, like,
you mean like the victims afterwards?
Yeah. Like those are the people that like fuck me up. Is it like that should have been fucking stopped? And the family of the victims that it happened to beforehand, they must feel guilty that, this person didn't stay in jail, or this person was never caught, even though they were like, here's all this evidence. Like,
it's nightmarish. It's just ridiculous. It's because when it's so cut and dried, like this man had all the evidence in his home.
Yeah.
He's going to jail for the rest of his, very short life, hopefully. But like that, it went on for years. If those parole officers hadn't done that search, nobody would have ever known. Those people would have just died.
It's the same thing about like child abuse cases where the child protection agency is like, nope, they're fine, and like close a case, and then the kid dies, and it's like, this is on you, and there's nothing you can say that gets you out of this. Like, I don't care if your boss was this way, I don't care if you had a huge caseload, like.
Well, the problem is that kind of shit, human life is undervalued.
Right.
So they don't pay people who are supposed to be protecting those voiceless people enough. And they have too many, even though you're right.
I know I'm wrong. I'm going to get angry letters
There's no
from
excuse. It's just like, but we have to start putting money to the things that are important. Services for people who need help, as opposed to just fucking like, everything just goes to the one person. Oh, we can't get into this shit. This is just crazy.
I feel like I'm going to get in trouble for saying that. And I think that social workers are trying so hard, and they're working against a bureaucracy that is undervaluing them. And I'm sorry.
Well, I think probably the point is that it's this system is to blame.
Yeah.
the system that's supporting, that one person having 30 caseloads.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense.
No, you're right. I feel like I'm going to edit that out because I feel like a dick for saying that. And teachers should be paid more.
I mean, let's just get rid of it. So that's our friend Joseph Naso, the great NorCal, and possibly, I'm going to say it like a detective. I like him for those alphabet murders in the 70s.
Oh, yeah, I get it. Like, you like him? Oh.
I like him for it, like cop style.
I agree.
I thought you'd like that too, because we've talked about that.
No, I do. I like it. I like you for liking that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awful story. Like, I mean, he had been doing it for so long. That's what's so troubling about it.
It is. It's an argument for CCTV.
Right.
It's that kind of thing where it's like, if the police didn't go into his house and find those pictures and suddenly start putting it together.
Yeah. I still have the picture in my head of what, when you were telling me the story, I pictured his house, and I still have the exact same picture over 8 years later.
Yeah.
Because it was just so troubling.
It's, just so insane. Also with someone who has alliterative initials.
Yes. Oh, right. KK.
Yeah. I know
Scary.
several people who would be at risk. It's just like, yeah.
So are there any case updates?
No major case updates. He's still in San Quentin. He's 90 years old. He was sentenced to death, but he's probably going to live out the rest of his days in prison without the possibility of parole, since California has not carried out an execution since 2006. And apparently in 2019, Governor Newsom officially ordered a moratorium on the death penalty. So it's basically the end of the road, I guess.
Let's talk about that the same way we talk about CCTV. For or against? I'm just kidding. Don't fucking answer that. We're not discussing that right now.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Today is not the day.
I mean,
unless you want to.
I don't even know what I would say. That's the thing, is the early days, we didn't realize that talking things through and just having kind of initial reactions to things, definitely for me, uneducated reactions to things, and just like mostly gut reactions and things I heard my parents say.
Yeah.
So then you're kind of like, over the years, we have started to understand, well, you're going to have a big opinion, you're going to get a big reaction.
Right.
And that's what you're actually doing on this podcast. So we slowly but surely were like, oh, there's some things that if we're going to have that opinion, we better know what we're talking about.
Also, as in my next story, it will show I said to edit something out and it didn't get edited out. So you got to really pay attention to that shit. Luckily, Steven's just coming along soon, and he's going to edit it out when I ask him to.
That's right.
I appreciate that. It's kind of an important part of an audio engineer's job, right?
It is. I mean, it's why you shouldn't podcast without a third witness that's not in it with you.
Right. That knows how to edit things out.
Yes. That's crucial.
I mean, it's hard for us, though, because sometimes we jokingly say, edit that out. And then we have to be like, we're just kidding. Don't. Like, it's confusing at times.
We are baffling as individuals.
Yeah, that's why there's two people in that booth over there, not just one.
And
thanks, guys.
And more behind
and
them.
More listening.
Oh, I was just going to say, it is really funny. Murderpedia is such a massive part of this podcast and such a resource right along there with Wikipedia. But Murderpedia is an incredible website.
It is.
And I bet you they need money just like Wikipedia needs money. So if you have extra money and you want to give a little to the places that actually provide a lot of information for most podcasts, those would be two good places to do it.
Definitely.
Okay, so now it's time to listen to Georgia's story from episode 14. This is just a horrible... I remember this. I remember seeing it on the news.
Yeah.
This is the murder of Sherrice Iverson. The Hulu original series Furious is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. From Liz Merriweather, the Emmy-nominated executive producer of Dying for Sex and The Dropout, comes a gripping psychological thriller.
Starring Emmy Rossum, Furious follows Alice Black, a rookie FBI agent on the hunt for Catherine, a mysterious and calculating female serial killer.
It's Alice's first case on the job, and she's already bitten off more than she can chew.
While Alice believes justice is achieved through law enforcement, Catherine has lost all faith in the legal system.
She's taken it upon herself to terrorize the rich and powerful men of New York in her pursuit of vengeance.
As Alice and Catherine's twisted game of cat and mouse unfolds, the lines between good and evil and right and wrong begin to blur.
With shocking crimes, tangled relationships, and secrets that change everything, Alice discovers there's a thin line between hunter and prey.
Watch the Hulu original series, Furious.
Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Goodbye. Summer's for adventures, road trips, and adding a whole lot of miles to your car.
That's why it's worth stopping at Valvoline Instant Oil Change first.
If you need an oil change, make the smart stop at Valvoline Instant Oil Change before you hit the highway.
Their trained techs can help you get road trip ready with an oil change and an 18-point maintenance check included with every oil change, checking your tire pressure, wipers, lights, and more.
That means they're checking important things before you're halfway to your aunt's house with no cell service.
And these aren't just any techs. Valvoline Instant Oil Change techs complete over 270 hours of training, so your car's in capable hands.
The best part, you can stay in your car and you're in and out in about 15 minutes.
So before your next long summer ride, pull into Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Change wisely. Goodbye.
Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and unforgettable moments that make the season so special.
Whether you're planning a weekend getaway, gathering with friends, or simply soaking up every sunny day, Pandora Jewelry offers meaningful pieces designed to celebrate your unique story.
From sun-kissed metals that catch the light beautifully to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra, every detail is crafted to help you express yourself with confidence and style.
Explore charms, bracelets, rings, necklaces, and more, thoughtfully designed to complement every adventure and occasion.
Each design moves with you, from beach days and road trips to rooftop dinners, golden nights, and every memory in between.
Layer your favorite looks, mark life's meaningful moments, and create lasting reminders of a season you'll never want to forget.
Find the pieces that reflect who you are and where this summer takes you.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold.
Goodbye.
What's yours? Okay. So,
Because you're a 90s kid, right?
yeah. And this one happened when I was 16. So in May of 97, right before I turned 17. And so this thing that happened, the person who did it was someone that like I would have dated. And I remember it happening. He was from Southern California, the person who did it. And the girl the girl he killed was from Orange County. And it was such a like, I would have hung out with this guy, like this guy would have been my friend. And it made me realize that the people you think are cool because they're one of you, you don't know who they are at all. Mm-hmm. And I'll get into it. But so May 25th, 1997, Jeremy Strohmeyer, who was 18, and David Cash, his friend, who was 17, they were at the Prima Donna Resort and Casino in Primm, Nevada, which we've all been to. It's the casino with the giant roller coaster right before you drive into Vegas.
Yes.
It's fucking cool because it's like going into a Denny's from the 80s.
With a roller coaster that goes through the restaurant.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's like Knott's Berry Farm. It's just like quaint and it doesn't mean to be, So they're there. They're from Long Beach. At 4 a.m., Strohmeyer begins to make, quote, playful contact with 7-year-old Sherrice Iverson, who was roaming the casino alone, which is something that I did. Like, my dad took us to Vegas on regular occasion. Not really, but he took us a few times and was like, go play in the arcade. And you just fucking walked away.
But he didn't do that at 4 a.m.
No, not at 4 a.m.
4 a.m. is
Yeah.
not right.
So the dad was gambling and drinking. They told him to keep a closer eye on his daughter, and he ignored them and told his son to go watch the kid, which is like, my parents were divorced. If like I had gotten lost, my mom would have killed my dad. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. And like, it was from the killer being my age to the kid being, in that situation is like understandable. So Strohmeyer, who's being playful with Sherrice, he leads her into the women's restroom. And while in the restroom, they begin having a playful wet paper towel fight, like jokingly, like he's playing with this 18-year-old guy is playing with the 7-year-old girl. Like they're buddies, you know? And like when you're a little kid, you like want to make friends with the older kids. And then he leads her into a bathroom. And then so this is not that, like, this is really troubling to me, is that the friend, last name is Cash, he walks into the restroom to look for his friend, Strohmeyer, and he peered over from a neighboring stall and saw Strohmeyer restraining the girl and threatening to kill her if she didn't stay quiet. Cash told the police that he tried to get Strohmeyer's attention by calling his name and tapping him on the head, and Strohmeyer stared at him blankly. So do you know what Cash did? He walked away.
Yeah.
He left, which is so troubling to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's more troubling than this murderous fucking kid whose dad was in prison and whose mother was a schizophrenic. The fact that this fucking guy walked away. He ends up he molests and kills her. I don't want to say in the way because it's like it's so troubling. They find out who he is by putting surveillance video up, and people from his high school in Long Beach are like, that's this dude. The cops surveillance his house and identify him. He runs away and he ingests a bunch of drugs and writes a suicide note, pretty much confessing to it. Like there's no question during any of this in the trial that he did this. There's no like, maybe he didn't do it. Like he clearly did this. So let's see. So his defense attorney, who represented the Menendez brothers.
Yeah.
Weird.
The woman?
Yeah. Leslie Abramson.
Yeah.
So Strohmeyer claimed he was high on alcohol and drugs at the time. He didn't remember committing it. But apparently he hoarded pornography, including pornographic images of children, and admitted fantasizing about sex with young girls. And in a chat room, which, God, remember those? He wrote, I fantasize about having sex with 5 and 6-year-old girls all the time. They couldn't prove the message came from him, but right before the trial, hours before it was going to start, he entered a plea on his behalf. So his plea that he was guilty to 4 charges: first-degree murder, first-degree kidnapping, sexual assault on a minor with substantial bodily harm, and sexual assault on a minor. That's your plea. Like if first-degree murder and kidnapping is your plea, you are a fucked up individual. You know, like
yeah.
Manslaughter isn't what you go for.
Right.
Like you go for fucking first degree and you plead guilty to it. So he was sentenced to 4 life terms, 1 for each of the crime he pleaded guilty to be served consecutively. So this motherfucker's never getting out.
Do you think that he did that just to get it over with? Like he knows he's guilty. He's just basically he's coming in saying, this is all the shit I did. Let's just get this over with.
I think it was a death penalty. It was a death penalty case, and he had confessed to it. There was the confession was admissible in court. It was a death penalty case. I think he knows he would have gotten death for this.
Oh.
So this is his way of staying alive.
Okay.
So the post-trial shit's really interesting to me too. So Jeremy Strohmeyer is just appealing the shit out of it. It really bothers me that this guy is so clearly guilty. There's no conspiracy. There's no fucking question.
His friend saw it.
His shitty friend saw it.
Yeah.
There's fucking surveillance tapes, but he keeps appealing it instead of fucking. This is what I don't understand about sociopaths. Like, just admit your guilt. Like,
no, they can't.
Let the family heal from this.
They don't care about the family. They don't care about anybody.
Don't make them testify every 4 years.
They don't care about those people.
It's like, stop. Yeah.
But they can't lose. They can't. It's about getting anything you want all the time. The sociopathic mind is so fascinating because there is no mercy and there is no logic beyond how do I get what I want?
There's no fault.
No.
Well, what's interesting is that the fucking David Cash, so Sherrice Iverson's mother demanded that Cash, the friend, be charged as an accessory, which like
Good.
fucking clearly, no. Authorities stated there was not enough evidence connecting him to the actual crime. So he never got prosecuted. And I remember like frequent news updates of like him going to Berkeley and his fellow students being like, get this fucking kid out of here.
Wow. He got into Berkeley?
Yeah.
Fuck. So this wasn't some dipshit.
No, these were like hacky sack college kids. Both of them. These were like skater college kids.
Fuck.
That like we would have been like flirting with, you know what I mean? Like, but here's what Cash says. In the weeks following Strohmeyer's arrest, he says, quote, "I'm not going to get upset over someone else's life. I just worry about myself first. I'm not going to lose sleep over somebody else's problems." Like he took no responsibility for this. So like he didn't do it, but he's clearly a sociopath as well.
Either that or he's in such insanely deep denial because it's, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like, that's like saying it's not my problem, where it's like, it's 100% your problem.
Yeah,
There's no, you can't just deny your way out of it.
And I fucked up goes so far, you know?
Yeah, but that's like,
I should have done something. I'm sorry. Goes so far.
but that's not who you're dealing with.
I know. And then listen to this shit. This is the craziest shit to me. So his parents were his adoptive parents. They adopted him as an infant.
This is Cash or
No, this is Strohmeyer, the killer.
Yeah.
In 1999, they sued Los Angeles County and its adoption workers for $1 million, claiming that the social workers deliberately withheld crucial information that would have stopped them from adopting him as an infant. Specifically, they claimed that they were never told that Strohmeyer's biological mother had severe mental problems, including that she suffered from chronic schizophrenia, and had been hospitalized more than 60 times prior to Strohmeyer's birth.
Shit.
However, they state that they continue to support their adopted son.
So basically they were like, he's not ours anymore in the most like indirect way.
Like, they're basically like, this isn't what we asked for.
Except for it was totally fine up until that point.
Yeah. If he hadn't had any wins, they would have been like, it's because we raised him right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to talk shit on adoption because I think it's fucking amazing and I would totally do it. And like, but this is your kid. You can't sue the fucking city for $1 million because something went wrong when he was fucking 17.
Well, also,
18.
This seems, I would love to know like what kind of like tax bracket of people we're talking about.
Yeah.
Because it's like everybody's running to talk about how it's not their problem. It's not their fault. It's not their problem. It's not their fault. It's like, sorry, you guys are at ground zero.
Yeah.
You touched his fucking head. You saw him raping a child. It's 100% your problem.
Nobody wants to take any responsibility for any part of this.
It's
and
crazy.
It's so frustrating. Like, remorse is something that we can all connect with. Mm-hmm. Remorse is something we can all like understand and feel, even if it's shit that we would never do. It's like, I fucked up. I was, thinking wrong. I was crazy. It wasn't right. And like, yeah, that doesn't get you out of punishment, but it goes so far for so many things.
Yeah, but you're talking about, you expect something from people who are fucking child rapists and killers. These aren't noble, moral people in any way.
Well, think of the kind of parents that would sue the city because their son was a murderer. Like those
fucking
people,
17 years too late.
You couldn't have raised your kid right if that's your first fucking instinct.
Yeah. No, it's no good. I totally remember that story.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that you didn't talk about details because I feel like there was a time where I knew the details of what he did to her. And I am glad I can't remember it right now.
I remember the news. I remember seeing the surveillance footage on the news.
Me too.
I just want to like talk about this girl and how awful it was for her. And like, it's just so Like the person at the fucking center of this, while these people are fucking getting their appeals and suing the city and saying that like they walked away because they couldn't deal with what was happening.
Yeah.
And, you know, none of it is fair to this fucking kid who
and also
didn't understand.
That father, that's a hugely problematic family.
Yeah.
Anybody that's up at 4 a.m. at a casino, so why doesn't that guy have a room or a car that those kids can be in? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Why are you taking your kid to Vegas to begin with?
But yeah, and then also 4 a.m, no child should be awake.
No.
Like there should be a system in place where if you work at a casino and it's past 2 a.m. and you see anyone that looks younger than 18, we need names, we need we need driver's licenses, we need action to be taken.
Well, the end of it is that there's a Sherrice Iverson bill introduced after this that provides a fine and possibly jail time for anyone who fails to report a crime of the nature that led to the creation of the bill. So, like, unless, like, if someone dies and you don't tell on them, basically, you could get fined, which is like, fuck you. And then there's increased security in Nevada casinos. Nevada? And also, they've increased security in their arcades and casinos, which is like, well, your security guards could be fucking perverts, so that doesn't really do anything. Don't trust anyone.
Yeah, I mean, you got to tighten up your game. There's no kids in casinos do not mix. I don't care what Circus has told you.
My dad took us to Circus as a kid and was like, go play fucking video games.
That's what it's built for. Meanwhile, what the fuck? Like there's nothing about that makes sense.
In the thing we talk about a lot, which is like, I should have been killed mode.
Yeah.
I should have been kidnapped. I mean, I was a really cute kid, but like,
you were pretty precious.
Like,
I've seen pictures.
Pretty darling. I should have been kidnapped and killed.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I would have been if someone was like, we had kittens in the van. I'd be like, fucking kitten. And even now I'd be like, kitten?
Maybe next week should be That Could Have Been Me.
Yeah. That's the one I wanted to do today. And I was like, I'm so excited. I got my 90s murder. And I was like, 1985. God damn it.
Let's do that next week.
Okay. Next week is that should have been me.
This could have been me.
This could have been me.
Or should have or whatever.
Should have been.
Yeah.
This will be. No.
This.
God, no.
When I write my autobiography and lie, it's going to be me.
This totally almost could have maybe happened to me. That one has always and always will stick with me. Just so fucking heartbreaking.
And such an unnecessary tragedy.
Yeah, and so problematic with the friend peeking over the...
Oh, yeah.
It's just, there's so many issues there.
So gross. Are there updates, though?
No major case updates. Jeremy Strohmeyer is still in prison in Nevada. He's 45 years old. So in 2018, he requested a new sentencing hearing based on a SCOTUS decision that those serving life sentences for committing murder when juveniles and who only had one victim, which is like... should have a chance at parole. But he was 18 and 7 months at the time of the murder. So, of course, thankfully, the request was denied. That whole thing where it's like he was a juvenile and there was only one murder makes you go, so far. You know what I mean? Like, because he was stopped, there was only one murder.
Kind of. I mean,
it could. But he was 18. So it's like, these are for people who are like 12 we're talking about.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the law. And I think it's that kind of thing. It's like if you could probably look into that person's history and be like, this is what brought him up to this day.
Sure.
Is rehabilitation possible?
Yes. I'm not saying to convict someone because they might do things in the future. That's fucking clearly not okay. I'm just saying like...
That's good. Good.
Yeah, that's not my argument.
Good.
But it is like, you only had one victim? Like, that's one person's entire fucking life.
Yes, completely.
It's just...
And everyone around her's life.
Yes.
And she had so much of a future that she didn't get to live out.
Totally.
Like, it's all of that. It's all of that.
Crazy. Okay, so let's wrap it up with the outro of episode 14, shall we?
This is a really strange and sad moment.
Yeah.
That was very... It wasn't even processed when we were talking about it now, but we're about to talk about the death of Michelle McNamara. And it's just, It's as bewildering a
Totally.
fact today as it was back then. So, intro of this episode.
Let's have a memorial real quick.
Yeah, so somebody wrote on the Facebook page very earnestly, which I understand, the day that Michelle McNamara died, they posted a thing kind of saying, Karen of Georgia, you need to do a special episode about Michelle McNamara. And I understand where that was coming from. But I guess the thing I need that person to understand and everybody to understand is Michelle was a real person that I knew. And she was a friend. I've been friends with her husband for almost 30 years. It's not the kind of thing that's very easy to turn around and be and podcast about as if it's some piece of news. It's for me, it is a personal loss. I mean, in the way that I have a friend who is now a widower with a 7-year-old child. It's such a massive tragedy. And Michelle was such a brilliant woman. She was such a talented writer. She was so into everything that we're all into. And she made such great content. She was an author. She wrote these really cool articles. You can find her old blog was called True Crime Diary, which we've talked about on the podcast before. But she also, it's very easy to find the article she wrote about the Golden State Killer, which was her terminology that she renamed the East Area Rapist and the original Night Stalker, the Golden State Killer. And she was writing a book on it. And it's such a massive loss. And it's such a real thing that's happening in our lives that it's not something that we can just kind of turn around and present as if it's something distant, because it's not. So, I loved Michelle and I love Patton, and it's just a incomprehensible, tragedy that is the kind of shit you just never want to happen. And that happens. So hug the people that you love, tell the people that you love them, live the life that you want to live, and just be cool to people, I guess, is what I would say.
That was beautiful. Let's end it on that. And thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks, guys.
We'll always stay sexy.
Always stay sexy.
Bye.
You know what's really weird? That was insane and so unexpected and so tragic to lose Michelle, for Michelle's family to lose her child to lose her. And like in that moment, just being like, so this is the craziest thing to happen. And then basically thinking back over the next couple years and the things that happened in those years, it just is increasingly bizarre. And how is this actually happening? Not just like Paul Holes and the whole team actually solve that crime. The thing that she was working so hard to do actually happens.
I know.
It happens.
And it was such a rare thing to happen too. Like her looking into the case, her, trying to find new evidence, and then it actually being solved. That is so rare. It's so heartbreaking that she didn't get to see that come to fruition, and just as a human being that she, isn't with us anymore. And that definitely hit me hard. And I think about her a lot and, wonder where she would be now if she were here still.
It's like, and then being able to now say that we work with Paul Holes.
Yeah.
We get to work with a person who had such a hand in bringing closure to that case. It just it's all so surreal.
Yeah.
This whole experience, of course, has been, but these pieces of it, in looking back at stuff like this, it's quite a photo album of memories where it's just very large experiences, very I'm sorry, what are you saying? What happened now?
With our lives?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of it.
It's going to be funny when we first bring up Paul Holes in these rewind episodes.
It's crazy.
I think it's in that apartment, so I think it's coming up soon.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. You want to do some titles?
Sure. What's the alternative title that we would have called this podcast?
Well, you Sexy Motherfourteen
I think it's great.
It's pretty high up there.
We're getting better and better at these, and then we're going to stop. It's so sad.
I know. I did say I love nerds because I knew what LARPing was.
Yeah, and you do love nerds.
You really do.
You really do.
How could you not? They're smart.
Then there's a word in this episode that we both forgot twice. Couldn't remember the word. So let's just call this episode Evidence.
Evidence. If anybody trying to argue our professionalism, our expertise, our whatever, it's like, yeah, we didn't fucking know what we were doing.
We still don't.
We still don't.
We'll still forget that word.
And then I say after that, oh no, this is a different thing. I said we should know these nouns because we were guessing whether something was testimony, clues, or evidence.
Yeah.
The word we couldn't think of.
Sure.
I mean... And I think some are subsets of others, but
yeah,
it's truly like this kind of thing of what are we talking about?
And then I think what this podcast, the last one is What If, which is basically this podcast. It's like, what if? And then it just keeps fucking happening.
Yeah. And keeps unfolding.
What if this is your life?
What if you name the craziest thing in the world? It happened. It happened. What if
you want to write a book one day? It happened.
You're going to. What?
What?
I can't.
I can write a book. Everyone knows I can't.
What will be in there?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Memories. Thanks for going down memory lane with us, rewinding with us, guys.
Yeah, that was episode 14.
Yeah.
Quite something.
Yeah, we'll keep doing it if you keep listening. I mean, even if you don't listen, we'll probably keep doing it.
Yeah, that's kind of how we've always done it. No matter who's in the room, we're still doing
That's
it.
right.
Stay sexy.
And don't get murdered.
Goodbye.
Elvis, do you want a cookie?
Hey everybody, here's the thing about other home security systems. They're all designed for after the window breaks, after someone's inside, after you get the notification, after the police come. SimpliSafe is the first system designed for before, stopping a break-in before it even begins.
That's right. Unlike traditional security systems that only alert you after a break-in is already underway, SimpliSafe is designed to help prevent the crime before it starts. Their cameras can detect suspicious activity at the perimeter and alert live U.S.-based agents. Then SimpliSafe's agents assess the threat, intervene, speak through the camera to scare off the intruders, and call for 911 dispatch.
That's right, and SimpliSafe has been protecting your world for 20 years, everybody. So celebrate their anniversary and save 60% on your new SimpliSafe system at simplisafe.com/stuff. That's 60% off, you guys, at simplisafe.com/stuff. Plus, when you order, write in our show name and the How Did You Hear About Us survey to let them know that we sent you. Don't forget, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
You know that fantasy where you run into your ex while looking impossibly cute and wildly unbothered? Hill House makes the perfect dress for that moment. Or if you're just running errands. Hill House Home is the brand behind the viral nap dress, known for its signature smocking, ultra-flattering fit, and comfort that makes it a favorite for just about everyone. Celebrities like Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, Anne Hathaway, and Mindy Kaling have all been spotted in Hill House. These dresses are the definition of versatile, perfect for running errands in the morning and stylish enough for dinner or a party that night. And it's not all they carry. They started with bedding back in 2016, and now you'll find bathrobes, pajamas, children's clothes, and maternity, all with the cutest prints. And it's so true. The hardest time picking out one nap dress because the prints are so dreamy and beautiful. But now that I have it, I'm going to wear it all day, every day. I'm going to throw on my leather jacket at night and look like a total badass. Cowboy boots or cute heels, whatever it is, this nap dress can make it look classy. You look like that classy lady you see at the airport. Hill House makes fun fashion that makes you feel good. Get 15% off your first order of $100 or more at hillhousehome.com with code MURDER15. That's MURDER15 for 15% off at hillhousehome.com. Goodbye. The kids are back in school. Now it's your turn to head back to the beach.
During Cheap Caribbean's Back to Beach sale, save $200 site-wide on vacation packages of 4 nights or more with code 200BEACH.
Trade school drop-offs for beach walks, lunch boxes for beach bars, and your daily routine for adults-only relaxation.
Use code 200BEACH and get more beach for less money.
Book your beach vacay today at cheapcaribbean.com. Goodbye.
Hey.